I'm Dr. Jordan Wiggins, and this is the Pleasure Principles podcast. Join me on this journey where sex, science, and sensuality meet. Let's change the conversation around sex and pleasure together. Today, I want to talk about why women who have it all together, women who are killing it at work, who are CEOs, managers, leaders in the boardroom, but are not getting what they want in the bedroom. So, career's good, life's good, but it seems like the bedroom is something that you cannot hack, you cannot fix. We're going to talk about that today. 1 in 2 women experiences sexual dysfunction. How do we drop that number? That's why I'm here. That is my purpose in this lifetime, to help women like you fix their sexual dysfunction. Most of the women that I work with are absolute powerhouses. They have started their own businesses. They manage high-profile cases, clients. They have chased their passions in life, shattered glass ceilings that were supposed to be there to hold them back, but they're still part of the 50% of women that experience sexual dysfunction. Let's talk a little bit about perfectionism. And I know you don't need to be high-powered in your career to identify with this and identify with this episode. Perfectionism, striving for excellence, holding yourself to really, really high standards. I'm a perfectionist, self-identified perfectionist. We get a lot done. A lot of people rely on us at home, at work, everywhere we go, friendships, relationships, children, people we manage. But we also do too much. We can twist ourselves into an anxious mess if we don't set boundaries. Have to do an entire episode on that. So let me tell you a little bit what this looks like. One of my clients, extremely successful at work, in charge of a team, always hitting her targets, getting her bonuses, has a hard time giving up even the smallest tasks, like laundry or grocery shopping at home, because she is so used to being in control. And she has her life set up in a way that everything would fall apart if she didn't hold it all together. She needed to learn in our work together how to set boundaries, relinquish that control a little bit, and lean on others. And this is way easier said than done. This leads me to the top 4 reasons high-powered women aren't getting the sex they want and the sex they deserve. So the first reason is they are in their masculine energy. We talked about the damage that it does to your mind and your body when you are always on. When you're always thinking, planning, organizing, delegating, worrying, it leaves very little time to just be, to relax, to give your brain a chance to even respond to the pleasure signals, to let desire build. You don't even notice that your partner is trying to help or trying to connect with you. You're annoyed probably because you're too busy. If you're always in your head, you're never going to have the room to get turned on. The second reason is communication breakdowns. And this is huge. I cannot say enough about this. When you are used to being in control, sometimes it can be hard to be the vulnerable one who asks for what they need. I know most of us, if not all of us, can recall a time where a simple request in the bedroom, like stop, harder, slower, a little to the left was running through our head during a sexual encounter. So why can't we just say it? Why not just tell our partners what we would like to make the experience better? Probably better for both of us. Are we embarrassed? Are we afraid of rejection? Maybe we can't figure out exactly what we want to change, so we don't ask for anything at all. The fact of the matter is that couples who communicate more and openly about sex also report higher sexual satisfaction, better adjustment, higher cohesion, and more affection. Who doesn't want that? So the bottom line is, if better sex is one of your goals, and who doesn't want better sex, you're going to have to start talking to your partner about it. Gender roles in straight relationships can make communicating our sexual needs really difficult. Both partners need to be open and have the same goal: creating intimacy that is good for both of us, for both parties. And we know that the sex that we've been taught to have, or like penetrative sex, is not the kind of intimacy that works for the majority of women. The third reason that high-powered women aren't getting the sex that they want and deserve is a buildup of resentment. So if you're always in charge, chances are you're taking on bigger responsibilities, more than your role at work, but you're also probably doing more at home. Even if the tasks are divided equally, you have childcare or a cleaning service, who organizes all of that? Who makes sure there's toilet paper? It takes brain power and energy to coordinate schedules, plan the meals, know where everyone is at all times, know what your children's teachers' names are, when their birthdays are. This is the invisible workload. Large projects and big companies have project managers for a reason. Keeping everyone on tasks so things run smoothly is a job in and of itself, a salaried job in and of itself. So if you're doing 50% of the workload plus 100% of the invisible workload to keep it all together, and the thing is about the invisible workload, it's not acknowledged. So things that aren't acknowledged build resentment. And no one wants to get intimate when they are feeling resentment. It's like a teeter-totter, and pleasure or resentment, you can't have both at the same time. At least I would assume that is true for the majority of the population based on where the pleasure centers are in our brains. So we need to learn to leave perfectionism at the door. Sex isn't perfect. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's awkward. Often we are comparing ourselves to the edited, curated versions that we see on holiday movies or in pornography, where they literally edit out changing positions, for example. If we are hung up on finishing together, we need to stop it. If you can only get in the mood when you feel perfect, I want you to make a list of the top 3 things you need to feel in order to get in the mood. A shower, a massage, kids out of the house. And let's start making those happen. But we need to let go of the rest. Have a great week, everybody. If you like what you heard in this episode, leave me a rating. Your support helps me get discovered by more women like you. Together, we can change the conversation around women's sexual health and pleasure for you, your partners, and generations to come.